So our lesson this week is about fantasy landscape. Fantasy landscapes are just like any other landscape, which means that they have a horizon line. Of course, remember from previous years that horizon lines are lines that separate the ground from the sky. The difference between a regular landscape and a fantasy landscape, however, is that you will see objects that are a little unusual, like this little dragon here, or like these dragons in outer space, this griffin, these weird aliens, landscape that looks a little bit different. So that is what a fantasy landscape is. Now, we are in 4th grade, so we need to make sure we have a good sense of space in our landscape. Space is one of the elements of art, and it makes something look realistic, especially in a landscape. This does not have a good sense of space. This painting does. Why does this painting have better space than this painting? Let's find out. The reason is because it has good sense of size, which means things in front are big, the things in the back are small. It has a good sense of overlap, which means things are not sitting next to each other like in this painting. They are on top of one another. And the last thing is placement, which means they're not on the same level, just like these things are all on the same level. Some things are below the horizon line, and some things are above the horizon line, and the things that are above the horizon line means that they're farther away. Here, these all look like they're on the same level. There's not a good sense of space. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to do this assignment. There are instructions here, but I think if you watch me, then it'll kind of give you a better idea of what you should do. So the first instruction says, move the fantasy objects into the landscape to create bits of space. Change the size if you need to. So I'm going to grab this river, and I'm going to put it here. And it says, change the size if you need to. So I'm going to make it longer, and I'm going to make it wider. I think that's what I want it to be. You can also move your horizon line up and down. So I think I want my horizon line to be a little bit shorter, so I can click on the land and move my horizon line down. Okay? All right, so now I can move other objects in there, and I want to create the best sense of space. So if I start, for instance, with this tree, I'm going to put it maybe in the front. Let's put it in the front. And if I put it in the front, I want it to be big to have a good sense of space. Okay? However, if I want to put another one in the back, I want it to be really small to have a good sense of space. So I just created space using size and placement. This is placed close to the horizon line and is small. This one is big and far away from the horizon line, and so it is big. So I just started creating some space. Let's add more objects and create more space. Because I added a river, let's put a narwhal in there. Do you see how when I put it in there, it's behind the river? I can go to Arrange. I can click on Order, Bring to Front, and it brings the narwhal to the front. Okay. I'm going to take another narwhal. I'm going to put it further back. Of course, it's going to be behind the river again, so I need to Arrange, and I need to Bring to Front, and I need to make it smaller so it has a good sense of space. And I can move it around. And there we go. So now I created some space with some overlap and with some size. So size and overlap and placement. I'm creating a sense of space. All right, now that's an example of how to use this. I could use a whole bunch of these. I could do more. I could do less. I'm just showing you. I definitely have space to put things in the sky. I could put these clouds in the sky, etc. But maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I want this here to not be grass. Maybe I want it to be water. So I can click on it and go up to here, and I can change the color. Maybe I want it to be this light blue. Oh, that actually looks like ice. Maybe this is my ice landscape. Okay. This right here, the sky, maybe I want it to be a different color. Maybe I want it to be a night sky, and I want it to be ice. Okay. So I could do that. Maybe I want to add some things that I don't see here. So what I can do is I can go to this website called flaticon.com. So I can click on that link. And I can search for other stuff. So maybe I want to search. So here I am in Flaticon, flaticon.com, and here's the search area. And I'm going to search for icicle because I had decided that I wanted my my landscape to be like a fantasy ice world. So when I search for icicle, a lot of things are going to come up. There's things that have crowns on them. That means that you have to pay for them. We only want to use free images that artists allow us to use. And we want to on my landscape. So I'm going to find something that looks like it would fit. I think this one looks like it fits. So I'm going to click on it. It will open up in here. And it says that it's a free icon. I'm allowed to use it. I'm going to use my mouse to right click on the image. So when I right click on it, I'm going to get a bunch of options. One is copy image. I'm going to click copy image. Then I'm going to go back to my fantasy landscape that I've been creating, and I'm going to paste it in there. How can you paste? You can go to edit paste, or you can do Control V. Some of you already know how to do this. Here's paste, Control V. I'm going to click on it, and our icicle should appear. Oh, there it is. It's loading, and we can move it to where we want to. And of course, we can change the size of it, etc. You know how to do that. And we can create another one by copying and pasting it over. And we can make it go this way if we want to, make it go the opposite way if we want to, and etc., etc. We can keep adding more things. I can add an ice queen, I could add an ice castle, I can do a bunch of stuff here if I wanted to. I'm just showing you examples. I'm not going to finish this up. Please create something exciting, create something more creative than what I did. Don't copy exactly what I did. I'm really excited to see you guys' finished. I'm really excited to see you guys' finished work.